Hello and welcome to the debrief. It's Dave O'Neill on the road with the Sergeant of Arms. What are you, second in command?
Yes,
Bradford Oaks.
I am here, and I'm just looking at you with the earphones in. You look like a detectorist.
Oh, I love that show. You ever seen that show, The Detectorist?
Yeah.
That is a great show. It's very slow moving, but it's fantastic.
Yeah. Slow moving, and it's just it's cute, isn't it?
It's a sitcom with the bloke from The Office, Gareth. Gareth from The Office.
Yeah, it's Gareth. Yeah.
He came up with the show, and Dolby the house elf, that famous British actor. I don't know what his name is.
Yeah. So anyway, you can fill in the details. We've just given you the name.
The Detectorist. Yeah, if you love a British comedy, it's about amateur fossickers. What are they? Archaeologists.
Yeah, metal detectors. Yeah.
Yes, detectorists.
But and I think that metal detectors is a real insult to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's just like, oh, you're a metal detector. It's who was that guy who said that to me? He got really offended when I said it was that guy I met who was a flat earther, and I said you're on a ship, and I said you're a flat earther, and he goes, I prefer the term realist.
Rack off. School. And it's got Diana Rigg in it, and her daughter plays Gareth's wife.
Oh, a fine actor, Diana Rigg. Fine actor.
I think she's dead now, isn't she?
Well, yeah, and that's how good she
Diana
is.
Rigg, yeah.
She's still in the series.
She was in the Avengers. That's Diana Rigg.
She was.
I think it's her.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mrs. Peel.
Here we are on the road to Taree, Brad.
Taree. If anybody's putting pins in a map now that Dave and I are touring up and down the eastern seaboard, Taree.
Well, where have we been?
Well, we
just did Tamworth.
Yeah, we did Tamworth the day before yesterday, Thursday. And then last night we did the beautiful Coffs Harbour.
For the history buffs, it was originally called Crofts Harbour with a K, but it got misspelled on the document. And then it was Coffs Harbour from that point onwards.
And I nearly went to sleep.
Yeah, I know, exactly. I saw that on a sign when I went for a walk this morning. But Tamworth was awesome, and bloody Coffs was awesome.
Oh, lovely theatre.
Both great theatres.
Yeah, and Tamworth, we went to the Giant Guitar, bit underwhelmed.
Yeah.
But, you know, if that's giant...
Well, it is big.
Oh, yeah, but if they didn't write guitar on it, you wouldn't be sure.
But we drove from Tamworth to Coffs, which is like about 4 hours. And on the way, we stopped at Moomba or something it was called. And there was a giant chicken.
Yes, which was quite impressive. Well, it wasn't
cool.
giant, but
it was big.
Yeah, but I imagine
not an actual chicken.
I imagine it'd be one of the central places in Australia for big cock jokes.
Yes.
Yeah. Have a look at the site. You think that's big? Hey, boom.
Anyway, and we're doing Taree Tonight, where we've sold a lot of tickets. So
yes,
don't know what's going on in Taree, but not a lot, obviously, if they come to see us.
Well, we just had lunch with 3 of the attendees from the Brad Oaks Comedy Masterclass, augmented by Dave O'Neill.
Yeah.
And that was lovely, wasn't it?
They were great. There were 3 middle-aged women who all nurses.
All nurses.
Or ex-nurses.
And
interesting.
Wanting to get into the funny biz with some great stories.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Incredible.
As nurses only
Nurses are a great company, normally.
Yeah, they are.
They were today. Well, I go to break. They said, we don't want to interrupt your lunch. I said, I've been hanging out with Brad forever. Come on, we want to talk to you guys.
Yeah, I know.
God's sake.
I sobbed slightly when I heard that. I thought
wow, look at this river.
Yeah, I thought we were an island.
Gee, it's beautiful around here.
It is. It's, yeah.
But we were at Coffs last night, and I said we're going to Taree, and I said, what's the industry there? And some guy yelled out, glass ice what do you say? Ice pipes.
Ice pipes, yeah. But, you know.
So he's trying to say that there's a lot of ice in Taree.
Yeah, and and trying to say it's the ice capital, and we all know, Dave, that everywhere is the ice capital.
You go to Bendigo, you go to Moree, you go to, this is the ice capital of Australia. Well, they said that in Traralgon. So
whatever happened to wanting to be the tidy town?
I know, the tidy town. It's a new thing.
Yeah,
should be a competition. Who is the ice capital of Victoria? Ice capital of New South Wales. That's the semi-finals.
Yeah.
Then we have a grand final.
Yes.
They all get together.
The nationals.
Yeah, we've got like Kalgoorlie representing. No, probably Port Hedland. What do you reckon? Karratha?
Well, actually,
WA.
Actually, and if anybody's listening, they're going to get offended from there. But I was on stage in Port Hedland, in a place called South Hedland, right, just south of Port Hedland.
Yeah. Which is a shopping centre.
Well, it's
like a shopping mall dumped in the middle of nowhere.
It's famous for having the most murders in 1 week, unrelated murders in 1 week in Australia. But I was on stage there, and I said to the audience, I'm sorry, but I thought Port Hedland was the biggest shithole in Australia, and now that I've worked here, I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty rough.
Oh, man, we stayed in the motel in South Hedland, which was part of a pub that had a nightclub called Chances.
That's where I worked.
You worked at Chances nightclub?
No, I worked in the front part in the pub.
Well, anyway, I was on tour with this was so long ago, it would have been 20 years ago, on the Comedy Festival Roadshow. The lineup was me, Hughesy, Peter Burner had dropped out to do his pilot for the Backburner show, Jody J. Hill, Greg Fleet, Mickey D, and Lewis Schaefer, not gay. That was his slogan that he had on badges he used to hand out after the show. So Lewis Schaefer was an American comic who really wasn't a comic. He was what they refer to as a barker in America. He was a spruiker.
Yep. And
so he would spruik on the street and get people into the Gotham Comedy Club, and then he would MC.
Yeah.
And so he came out with who's that really famous black comic now? He came out with him and about 2 or 3 other black guys. What's his name? Huge.
I don't know. I don't see colour, Dave.
No, okay, right. Yeah. Okay, just a really big. I mean, not Chris Rock. Someone below him, but
yeah.
One of those guys. Anyway, we were staying at the motel, and Hughesy goes, "I'm going to go to the pool." All right. Then he rings me. He goes, "Mate, come down to the pool now. You've got to come down now. Come to the pool. Come to the pool now." What do you think was happening at the pool?
There's a black guy swimming.
No.
Lewis Schaefer was handing out badges.
No.
Somebody was getting murdered.
I think it's Hughesy. What excites Hughesy?
Sport?
Apart from sport.
Oh, chicks.
Yes.
Yeah, women, yeah.
There were naked women lying around the pool.
Oh, okay.
Because they were, what do they call them? Skimpies.
Yeah.
They were sunbaking.
Oh, these were the topless barmaids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kalgoorlie's full of them as well.
Yes. Yeah. So anyway, that's my experience of South Hedland. And South Hedland's got like a little shopping mall.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's just been dumped in the desert like an alien spaceship.
Well, yeah, I was there with Bev Killick because she replaced Fiona on the
yes.
the country radio tour.
Yeah.
And they didn't really love me, but they kind of liked Bev.
Yeah, right.
But they were just, I felt like, have you ever felt like you're intruding, where you're interrupting maybe 50 or 60 different people planning 50 or 60 different murders?
Yeah.
Because I think that they're out to break that record.
South Hedland.
Yeah. They're out to break their own record.
Well, anyway, we need to have the Ice Capital competition. Every state's represented by a town. They all meet somewhere neutral. Like,
come on, Tassie.
Like Canberra.
But I think people will be surprised by Canberra's effort too.
Yeah.
Small base, but big team.
And then they have, I don't know how you win the Ice Capital of Australia, but...
I imagine it involves some pretty bad behaviour.
Yeah, yes.
All right, well, there's that to look forward to.
Well, that's that sort of. We'll MC. We'll make an appearance. It's our idea.
Yeah.
We own it. Maybe we could own this idea, because you always read those stories about the guy that invented, I don't know, the Big Day Out, or
Lollapalooza.
Yeah. We could be the guys that invented the Ice Capital of Australia.
Yeah. What would you call it? The Iceman Commonwealth. That's Taunton one, isn't it?
But we could sell the concept to Canada, America, England. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
even emerging third world country.
Did you hear about Oaksy and Dave? They're not doing comedy anymore. They're running the ice capital. Yeah, that's an amazing story. I heard them joking about the podcast. Next thing you know, they're making millions of dollars.
Like puppetry of the penis.
Yes.
We could franchise it.
Yes. It's one of those stories you read about.
That's a great idea.
Or the KFC, the Colonel making KFC, like.
Yes.
He started off in a service station.
All right, so if you ever wonder what we do in downtime in these on these tours, we're just entrepreneurs, really.
We come with get rich quick schemes.
Yeah, I know. 30 years ago, we thought of the internet.
We did, but no one took us up on it. So
I think we were heading to Benalla.
Yes, Benalla.
Oh,
that's in the finals of the ice capital. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're off to Taree, and it's been great here on the. I love going for a swim. I went for a swim this morning. It was beautiful at Coffs Harbour.
Yeah, and
bye.
It's Dave. If you don't know, Dave goes for a swim whenever we're near the ocean. He goes for a swim. I don't go for a swim because it's a little bit like the president and vice president situation. That I said to Dave, I'm there to tell everybody what happened.
Yes, if I do a Harold Holt.
And a Cheviot beach.
They just find my clothes and car key on the beach.
Yeah, and they'll find me just going, well, I only looked away for a minute.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can get... Taree's not on the actual coast.
It's inland, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not far from Sovereign Hills Display Village. I wonder if anyone's told them there's a historical theme park called Sovereign Hill in Victoria.
Yes. Yeah,
why would you name your housing estate Sovereign Hills? Did you Google it first?
I think we're about halfway between Sydney and Brisbane.
Yeah.
On the Pacific Highway.
Yeah.
And so they've never heard of Ballarat.
No.
And Sovereign Hill. And once again, because we know that not everybody who listens to this is Victorian, you can check it out. Sovereign Hill. It's
Ballarat theme park.
Yeah, it's a Goldfields theme park.
Historical.
Yeah.
As I say, I bring my overseas relatives there and tell them this is just Ballarat, and we walk around. Yeah, it's a bit backward, but anyway.
Do you know what they did there? Is that they in the Ballarat Goldfields, they people don't realise that the party pie was invented on the Ballarat Goldfields.
No.
And they dug up a time capsule from around about the 1860s. They dug up a time capsule in 2010 from Ballarat. And it had like a miner's pick, and a miner's license in it. And it had a party pie. And the guy took a bite out of it, and it still burned his mouth. Hey.
Woo!
Long way to go.
What does Glenn Robbins say? That's a long drive for an average view.
Thank you.
Still, it's not bad.
It's not bad. Thank you very much.
It's not bad.
And if you've never had
hang on, was it really invented on the Goldfields?
No.
You had me there.
I know.
Well, dim sims were Australian. I mean, I know they're a version of dim sum, but dim sims had something to do with the Goldfields.
Well, I thought that it was plausible because the Cornish pasty was invented so the Cornish, I believe, Cornish miners could go down. They'd have something that they could eat, that they could hold with their dirty hands that would stay warm. Down in the mines.
Wow.
And so that you wouldn't eat the very last bit because it'd be covered in soot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's, I'm
learning stuff.
I know. Well,
I love a Cornish pasty.
I like a good Cornish pasty.
I'd get that over a pie any day.
It's got to have a bit of turnip in it, I reckon.
Oh,
yeah. Well, there you go.
Yum. Yum.
Inevitably, we are now talking about food.
And how's this? We were getting on the plane in Melbourne to fly to Tamworth, to Sydney and then via Tamworth. And this guy behind us goes, going on a drive to... He started singing the debrief song.
And not only that, he was getting on in the good section as well.
Oh, he was in the upper class.
Yeah, so...
going for a drive.
I'm just standing there, like, I'm still a bit agog because it's morning. And I just thought, I know that tune.
Yeah.
And then he looks and he gives us that little half smile. And, it didn't even... Imagine him going, oh, God, and Brad Oakes, He does hang out with him.
They don't just sit in a studio. It is actually real, the debrief.
Yeah, he looked like he was following Dave.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Where are you going?
Where's the wheelchair? Why isn't he pushing him?
That's another podcast.
Ooh, they're not on Jetstar. They're doing all right.
Yeah.
All right, well, tune in.
Taree, we look like with 72 Ks to go. We've got a decent audience.
Yeah, it'll be great. It's going to be great. Even, I mean, we've had smallish Tamworth, they were, I don't know, around 100, we'll say, in reasonably sized theatre, but they were great.
So don't
People
forget,
that come out, awesome.
And don't forget, because poor people tend to live in clusters, don't forget you can register your interest in the ICE competition.
Capital of the,
yes.
yeah.
We are it.
We'll launch it tonight in Taree. This could be the launching spot.
Yeah.
You know?
We may never be heard of again.
Yeah. Well, stay listening because we will be back in just a second.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, here we are back on the debrief in between Taree and Newcastle.
On the debrief.
And we just stopped at possibly the worst service station I've ever seen.
It's been a game of two halves, hasn't it, Dave? We stopped at one of the nicest bakeries / charcuteries we've ever been at. And really nice. Only
just outside Taree.
Yeah, what was it called?
Where the hell are we going? Now we're on a dirt road. The Artisans... Oh, what the hell? Okay. This idiot was leading us the wrong way. The Artisan's daughter or something like that, or...
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
We're involved in like a drug pickup here. We've gone down the wrong road.
I know. And he's looking at us like we're dodgy.
Was it the Artisan's farmer's daughter? Farmer's...
Oh, yeah. Anyways, it's...
Wow, that's annoying me. Hang
20
on.
20 Ks out, 15 Ks out.
It'll be on my phone. Just hang on. Stop.
Okay.
We're all safe.
And
the drug dealer's behind us.
We're next to what I call a mullock heap.
Oh my God, incredible. The Artisan Farmer.
The Artisan Farmer.
Hang on, Woodside Lane, Nabiac.
Nabiaki.
Near Taree.
And it's, this sounds like cash for comments, but it's not. It's beef jerky for comments because he gave us a little sample. It's quite nice.
Yes.
Wagyu beef. And it just seems to me making beef jerky out of Wagyu is kind of, it's like...
wasteful or something.
Like making a silk gumboot.
Yes.
You know?
Oh my God, this service station, honestly, you could be in a third world country.
It's fucking Wolf Creek-ish, isn't it?
Hang on, where do we...
Up there.
No.
Up there. Yeah, Newcastle.
What's that then? Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway, Taree was great.
Yeah.
Interesting place. Very working class.
Very working class.
As opposed to Coffs or even Tamworth.
Yeah. Well, when we were talking to the locals afterwards, they were saying to me, look, it's a real melting pot, you know. Now we have everybody here. We have rich, poor, alternative.
Didn't see that many rich people. Didn't see that many rich people.
And I said, yeah, well, the rich people didn't turn up, did they? And I think they got offended.
No, well, there were those two people, the teacher and the engineer. It turns out he was a fitter and turner, but he said he was in engineering. I'm like, that
should be illegal.
My dad was a fitter and turner. He would never call himself an engineer.
No,
he goes, I'm a fitter and machiner. That's what it's called now. I'm like, yeah, I know. But anyway, they lived on an island.
Yes.
There's islands there.
Yeah, and it was a traffic island. No, it was a... Yeah, well, look, they were lovely people. I had to take them to task early. I had to get them to respect my authority. They were...
Why is that?
Well, because they didn't get one of the jokes, and it's kind of it's that joke I do, the coincidence joke. And what annoys me about it is when people don't get it, because it takes a tiny bit of cerebral application. Or cerebral, as it's now pronounced.
Yes.
And what happens is they look at me like I've made a mistake. And it's quite annoying. It's a very good joke.
Yeah.
And so I, basically did an autopsy on it in front of them, and they liked it.
Then they were on side. No,
No,
they were good.
I found them a fantastic audience. I really enjoyed them.
And we went to the pub beforehand, the Manning River pub, and that was like there was a riot going on.
Yes.
In jeez, it was like they all have so many TV screens in them. These pubs.
I know, but still no AFL.
No AFL. It's rugby, and then the local Manning River Rats, the female rugby union club, had won the grand final.
Yes.
So they were celebrating.
Yeah, and they were celebrating with party pies, platters of party pies and chicken legs.
And then there were people doing a drinking game, like sitting in the. Oh man, that was a real. That pub was. The food was good though.
I had to tear Dave away from the drinking game.
The food was really good though.
The food was excellent, although because it took a while to come, and we got a bit rushed there.
We hadn't done a sound check or anything, so you know.
And so I had mine later, but it's up there with the best lamb shank I've ever had. I mean, I would like to shake the hand of that farmer that produced that lamb. It was beautiful.
Well, I had a poke bowl. I was trying to be healthy. That was beautiful.
I know. I didn't know you were a Catholic.
Oh man, poke bowl.
Yeah.
Gee, it was good.
Yeah.
Anyway, are
they like poke bowls? Are they like Pokemon?
Yeah.
You just go and find different ones.
Pokemon.
Yes.
Pikachu.
So
how do you get Pikachu on the bus? Your Pokemon.
Oh my God!
I don't know.
Is that one of yours?
No, that's an old joke.
Oh wow! It sounds like somebody just doesn't want to claim it.
Also met Josh, who actually wrote me a letter. And I said I'll open it later, and he wrote me a little typed letter saying that he was a building designer and he's got 4 kids and he stays at home and does all the housework and stuff, and he loves his podcast and he loves my other podcast. So that's nice.
Right.
Good on you, Josh. Thanks for that.
Really? Did he have a stammer?
No.
I just wonder why he had to type it up.
Yeah.
He could have said that to you. I mean, I'll look.
No.
You show it to me. You could have typed that yourself.
I'll show it to you. It's got a letterhead and everything.
Oh, yeah. Well,
if you need a building designer in the Taree area, get on to Josh.
Oh, well, we're just doing a lot of catch the comments now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. The artisan's daughter.
Yeah.
Josh, the building design. The Manning River Hotel.
Yeah, which was nice. Although I slept slightly on an angle on the bed, like a sleep.
Hey, we're in the Crescent Motel. On the sign it said, the #1 motel in Taree.
Yeah, and
she said we're trying to maintain it.
They'd only bought it a year earlier, and they were trying
to maintain the name.
Maintain that, yes. Well,
and it was well placed on the highway, of course, next to a car wash. I couldn't work out what it was. I was lying in bed in the morning going, what is that noise?
Yeah, it
sounded like someone washing a truck, and it was a car wash.
Yeah, right. Well, if they're washing a truck, maybe they're washing...
they're washing a truck.
A whole lot of cars at once.
Anyway.
So, no, it's been good. So we're heading to the airport, to Newcastle, to fly back to Melbourne.
Yeah.
And hasn't been a bad little tour.
It's been fun. Good times.
Yeah.
Had some good meals. Looking forward to a home-cooked meal that I'll have to cook myself. But anyway.
Yes.
That'll be good.
I'm looking forward to a home-cooked meal. Probably means I'm going to have to break into someone's house. So.
Yeah. Man.
Hardest thing is getting them out. Hey.
Explaining why you're there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what? We're going to Cowra and Casula. But if you're a Debrief fan, we're also going to Portland,
going to
Horsham,
the round in Nunawading,
Colac. Yeah, doing quite a few Melbourne suburbs, the round, Bayswater.
Yeah.
They're selling very well.
We're doing Sale.
Oh, yeah, the Wedge in Sale.
Yeah.
That'll be good too.
Oh, I know. I'm looking forward to blowing the bridge.
Blowing the bridge out of Sale. Looking forward to someone coming to afterwards saying they went to school with Will Anderson, or they're his cousin.
Yeah.
That's a regular Sale occurrence.
Yeah. Sale as the trendy people pronounce it.
Sale. So I'll ask you the questions then, Brad. We'll just cut to the chase, I suppose.
Go for it, mate.
What went well
last night?
Over the whole 3 gigs.
Well, I think a shout out to Wordsworth Productions for organising.
Celia.
Yeah, Celia.
She's been on this podcast.
For organising a tour that is in such nice venues. Because they're all good, weren't they?
I was talking to Thorno on the phone because he's up touring around here. He was in Lithgow last night with Heggie.
Yeah.
And he said, I was saying it's just a joy to do these shows because it's not like a corporate gig or a footy club where there's even a pub gig, there's an element of, anything could happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're in a theatre gig. You've got ushers, you've got a sound tech, a lighting tech. It's really good. You're spoiled. You're spoiled, Brad.
We were spoiled. Good sound. We've got good lights, and
look at that river.
And
what the hell is that?
People sitting in comfort. Everybody can see. It's not like a pub. You haven't got the footy going on in the background or a wedding in the other room.
Or chicken parmesan at 45.
Yeah.
45.
So overall, we like that. And
what didn't go well?
Well,
I can bring up one.
Yeah.
Accommodation in Coffs Harbour.
Yes.
We turned up.
Bit of a glitch.
And they put us in the same room.
Yeah.
Look, we had separate bedrooms, but it was my joke come to life where I do a joke that I say, they put me in a motel room with 2 single beds just in case I pick up someone who doesn't want to sleep with me.
And
there was one of us had to sleep in single beds.
And the truth was that you had picked up somebody who didn't want to sleep with you. Me.
So anyway, no, they ended up booking. You stayed there.
Yeah.
Which was close to the beach.
I'd started to unpack.
And I went. Celia booked another hotel, as I requested, on the freeway, so I can hear the trucks.
Yeah.
I like it near a hill and a traffic light, so I can hear them powering down and powering back up. Actually, it was all right. I slept really well there.
Look, I think it's always exciting that there's the off chance that a SWAT team are going to do a kind of human extraction out of one of the rooms. I always find motel highways tend to have the more desperado kind of clientele.
Yes.
So I was happy.
And the pool was empty.
Yeah.
Emptied out.
Well,
it was called the Quality Inn, and as I said on stage, we got to stop overusing the word quality. You know what I mean? There were 40 rooms there. We could go with the quantity in.
I think empty pool says we can't afford to clean the pool anymore.
Yeah, we just can't be. I know it's winter, but I went for a swim in the ocean twice in Coffs Harbour.
Yeah,
it was beautiful.
Yes, he did. And I looked. The masterclasses went well.
Yeah, they were great.
We had
some great people.
Some great people, and there was a guy in Tamworth actually who he speaks entirely in puns.
Oh, the punster.
It's just like
he couldn't stop.
Like Shakespeare's rhyming couplets.
It's unbelievable.
Everything's a pun,
Man, would so annoy his wife and kids. His kid was there, who's an adult. He's like, oh.
Yeah, I imagine him going to buy a coffee and he, what would you like? And he go, like.
What would you like? Don't be latte. Don't be late. Don't be latte. It didn't really work.
But no, it takes all sorts. It was good.
Anyway, and there was a bit of panic last night. We didn't get to the venue in the hour and a half beforehand we were supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Don't panic!
People panic! Corporal Jones.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Don't panic! Don't panic!
Because our meals took a while in the pub and we're sitting there and getting these messages. You've got to go to the venue. Don't panic!
And
as I always say, this is my policy, and write this down, kids. Don't buy into the panic. Unless you're a brain surgeon, you don't have to rush. We got there plenty of time. It was all good.
I wish you'd told me that after a bit before I panicked.
I did tell you. I said, don't panic.
You said it while I was panicking.
Okay.
You said don't buy into the panic.
I don't buy into it.
Never
have.
I'd already taken out a subscription, Dave.
Yeah, into the panic.
I was, so I am. So that's why I ate my meal later. But
oh man.
Anyway, great show.
Anyway, good times. Any organisational hazards get in the way now? Well, the accommodation. Hang on.
Yeah.
Look, all the lighting and sound was good.
Yeah, we had some sound snafus. Like I
don't know if there's any theatre techs listening. I've got a question for you. Is it hard to play an intro song and then bring it down a little bit and then have someone say, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Coffs Harbour Theatre. Here's your host, Brad Oakes. That, apparently, for a tech,
Yeah. Well, not
I'd hate to be a magician with lots of cues, because...
not only that, not just that. Also, and here's a little glimpse behind the curtain, folks. Dave and I have different intro music.
Well, you've got the Hunters, and
I
I've
have
got
Say
Finger
Goodbye.
Boys.
First 20 seconds of Say Goodbye by the Hunters and Collectors, and you have the Finger.
The Finger Bus is coming.
Finger Bus is
That'll be
coming.
in everyone's head now.
And I think that techs look at us, and even though we explain that to them, and we even get to go through it, I think that when they recall it, they think I look Finger Bus.
Yeah,
and
right.
You look Hunters. I can only because it's happened.
Happens.
It's happened about 4 times now.
I know.
And
I know.
It is.
You think that'd be teching 101?
It is.
Play the music, bring it down a little bit, put the mic on backstage. You'll hear the guy saying, "Ladies and gentlemen."
Yeah.
Anyway,
but yeah, and so yeah. Anyway, that may be a communication issue on something that I have to get hold of. So it's not insurmountable.
I was explaining it too. As Savannah Ballet once said, "Communication let me down."
Oh yeah, and they also said.
Communication.
And they said to cut a long story short too.
Mate,
Guess we should do
work
that.
till you're muscle bound.
Or die young. Perfect.
They also said true, so true. Funny how it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've run out. I could keep going.
Oh, okay.
Gold.
Yeah.
Always believe in your soul.
You've got the power tonight.
You're indestructible.
Yeah.
I did a parody of that once, and I said, "You're old." Last time you went out, it was to a disco. You did the nutbush, then you caught the train home. You think
That was your life.
You think you're irresistible, but your hair is receding. You are old. That's pretty funny.
No, this is
Should bring that back.
This is the man who brought you Wooey the Bat.
Yeah, Wooey the Bat.
Yeah.
He's coming.
And yeah,
coming for
he's
you.
got all this other gold tucked up his
Oh,
sleeve.
man.
Because we love parody, don't we?
I've got to get my puppets going. Now, how can we do better next time?
Look, I think it's going to be down to me communicating better with the techs.
You know what I think we should do is do what Peter Kay, the British comic, did.
Yeah.
I don't know if he built a theatre, but he just had a theatre near his house that said, "I'm not going to tour anymore. You can come to me."
Yeah, that'd go well.
Would that go well for us?
That'd go well.
People of Taree, come down to Melbourne.
We'd probably have to go and pick them up.
Yeah, from the airport. We'd offer a shuttle bus.
Yes.
With a free drink.
Now
First
it's
drink
lovely.
free.
The weather was good up here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Got out of Melbourne.
So
at
nice.
the right time.
So nice. Had a swim.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for listening to Debrief. We
Thank
will
you.
be back. And come and see us one time and say hello.
Yeah. Cut a long story short. Well, goodbye.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it. I want to have the last word. Hang on. Round and round we go. Nah, that doesn't even fit. Over the Barricades. Ah, boy. They had a lot of songs. They're a good band. It's my instinction to finish this right now. It's my instinction. Whoa.
Questions.
Oh, fuck.